strength check DC 10 as you're trying to keep this boulder. You're basically trying to shift the boulder.
Come on, Atlas, shine down upon me. Yes! Could do this all day, or at least for another 12 hours.
I'm going to go around
What's that?
and soothsayer fortune everybody. Okay. So the next check you need to make will be the time at which the fortune kicks in.
Ooh.
Nice.
You can do that once a day.
You can roll that twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and... So feeling emboldened.
Yep.
I'm going to try and shift the weight onto the tentacle so that I can restoration myself.
Okay. What time of the day are you doing this? Like right after the excitement at dawn?
Up.
Okay, well, Good Hope is up? Sure.
When Good Hope goes up, I feel hopeful, and I'm like, I can do this.
Okay, instead of getting...
Before the fortune?
Yeah, I think before the fortune's fine.
All right.
Depends
So
what
instead
you
of
want
shifting a 300-pound rock between 11 hands of magic, you are moving the 16,000-pound rock from 2 hands to 1 hand and the tentacle. You're just trying to hold it kind of next to your.
Yeah, I'm trying to and like use my head, right, and like use some tentacles.
Be careful.
Trying to do that.
Careful. Christopher is wiping the rock down, trying to keep any of the moisture from your sweat off of it. Absorbing the moisture with his gooiness.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I have these numbers right. 9 strength minus 1 from fatigue, 4 ant hole, or these 2 size, 2 luck, 2 morale. So 8, 4, 2, 2, 2. Okay. 32.
Yeah, you're able to perform that maneuver, and you get it settled in a good spot where you've got a free hand. Your hand's aching a little bit. You get the blood flowing.
God, it hurts. And then I'm gonna cast restoration on myself.
Okay.
I'm assuming I did not refresh my spells. How does it work for spontaneous if they don't get nice rest? They just don't get their spells back, right?
Well, you don't get you can, but you have to spend an hour in prayer to do your preps to get your spells.
Man, I'm not doing fuck all else. Can I pray with this rock on my back? It doesn't matter.
I think with strength checks you might be able to, if you want to risk more checks.
Nah, it's okay. I didn't cast any spells yesterday, so
That's
I'm
right.
just curious.
So you still have your allotment from the day prior. So this is morning. You went a full 24 hours, and now you're creeping into that morning, and you guys have made a bunch of your checks. Pharisees put this boon upon you.
I am going to shift it back to the arms. I don't want to keep it on the tentacle all day. That's like a temporary solution thing. So I'm assuming that's another strength check, right?
It is another strength check, but you no longer are fatigued.
Yeah. Yay, +1. Okay, let me grab this guy.
Moving it back would force you to roll twice.
You'd trigger the fortune.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to risk leaving it on the tentacle. That's my intent.
That seems fair.
Okay.
So roll twice, take the higher. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
34.
22 is iffy. 34, yeah, you definitely make it. You feel Pharisees' boon click in. That day, it's a pretty still day. The wind starts to pick up as the day gets darker.
I could cackle all day.
That'd be really obnoxious.
I don't think I'm going to do that. No, that seems...
That's your own challenge.
No. We're not, no.
All right, we're approaching evening. Bukerbeck has several times wandered over to provide you a drink.
Move out to me. Is he wandering?
Oh yeah, he wanders over to the pillar. Are you still doing this?
Yes, water is good, thank you. Do you have any mixed nuts, perhaps? I'm a bit famished.
We're not supposed to give you food.
Oh, well, thank you then for the water. Much obliged.
All right. We're approaching the evening at around 7 p.m. This is 12 hours after your last check. This is now 36 hours into the trial.
He says in his roll for initiative voice.
We're gonna roll for these first. You do notice that there are some dark clouds that have rolled in, that the wind has picked up a little bit, and the stillness of the morn has turned into a bit of a minor windstorm. Okay, first thing for Thurgus is that effectively you're force marching. So there's a fatigue check here, which is a saving throw, fort save.
Fort save?
Yep.
Good hope is down, yeah.
Yep.
20. I don't think I get anything else against fatigue.
All right, and you got rid of your fatigue. Right.
39.
Okay, you're not fatigued.
I could take a punishment.
Then it's
Lifting stuff is hard.
the strength check of just do you have the strength to continue doing this?
Yep. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I remove the morale bonus. Fucking Christ, really? My second at one. I don't think I'm doing
paying
this.
attention when this is happening?
Yeah, this is in the evening, and is Thurgus making any noise, or is he struggling?
Oh, fuck me!
Let me see if I can help out here. Christopher is gonna. Can he do a strength check? To
Yeah,
aid?
sure.
Sure. I'm like, do you right? I can help.
Try
So
it.
Christopher kind of waddles down to one of your shoulders and is actually is in your elbow pit, standing there, trying to keep the thing up.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Christopher does not aid. He does not have strength.
He's got like a non-existent strength score, or
-4.
He has 2 strength.
okay, so he's a
an
-4.
unseen servant.
If he rolls a 14 or higher.
Oh, I already rolled it. I got an 8. It was a 4.
For him. Okay. I got crushed.
I'm just checking to see if there's like, can I use a judgment or something? Can I use a teamwork feat?
I don't think there's much I can do after the fact. Do you have any hero points or anything like that?
I don't think so. It's been a long time since we got here.
I think I'm fresh out as well. Otherwise, I'd give you one to get up over the hill here.
I've got zeros beside Max's name for both fortune and hero points.
Does anybody have any?
I've got one. Mark's got one. Neil's got a fortune point. The hero points. I've got one, and Mark's got one. Mark's got a fortune. I've got a fortune, and Neil's got a fortune. Do you have any Zalara boons?
She gave me a boon. I'll read this to you, and you tell me if it applies, because it's kind of a funny wording. If I ever feel trapped, so Mark gave me a boon for if I ever feel trapped. And then I have a Gay's Quest of Desnovia, which is currently unknown, so I don't know, but those are the 2 boons that I have.
All right. This thing technically will do damage to you as it'll come down on you if you let it go. So I will let you spend your Zalara boon to re-roll this DC 20 roll.
I mean, he's literally between a rock, like a literal rock, and a hard place, which is
Right.
if he fails this test of strength and the professor succeeds.
You actually hear Zalara kind of whispering words of encouragement. You can do this. This is you. This is why I sent you here. And fluttering behind you is your cloak. The bloody bear cloak.
That's a 36.
You put it back up because you made the check so well. You can choose the configuration of your hands as part of this boost.
Okay, I'm gonna keep them though. Like I'll like stretch them out, right?
Okay.
And then just to try and like stretch.
So tentacle is out, and you've got them both in your hands.
Yeah, I'm using all 3 limbs right now, trying to like give it some extra support.
Good job! You almost squished me there.
Oh, I'm so fucked. I don't think I'm gonna make it day 3.
All right. And now the redonkulous professor, shifting of the guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 12 unseen servants, so I'm gonna up it by 1.
This is 12 castings, right?
Yeah.
It's like how many first level spells did you prep? Because like that's a lot of arcane pull points.
I have 22 arcane pool points per day because my age.
Got it.
So I can do a lot.
So half your power is basically being put into this. Okay.
All of my arcane pool points are going to summoning.
I'll give you good hope.
I gave these guys colorful names as well. I don't know if you've noticed, the unseen servants have started to acquire names.
Fats and Duke and Schmurgus and Large, Marge and Skinny. Sure, they all look the same, but you know which one is which casting. So.
I'm sitting in here for an entire day with these guys in the unseen servant doing like reading books, so you know. Okay, so my aid is -2, 1d20 -2, right? And what was that thing Pharisee did earlier? There was a.
I'm gonna good hope the whole crew.
But after Good Hope, you did something for the next.
Oh, I gave you the fortune hex. So the next roll that you make, the next check that you make, you roll twice and take the higher value.
Okay, so does that count for not the aids, but the actual check?
The professor's first roll.
The professor's roll. So if the professor is aiding, the professor's aid would be the thing that's done it.
Yeah, but it's actually the
the
servants making the check, so they're not going to get the hex.
They don't have fortune. Yeah.
All right, so this is what you need to roll for the aids for your things. I think they were at -4, and then with the Good Hope, they're at -2s.
I think it's actually 11 now, because there's 12 of them.
Okay, sure.
0, 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
4 aids, and then the professor makes 2 rolls because of the blessing from Pharisee.
So here's 1d20. 5 doesn't do anything. Oh wait, but I do it again and take the better one.
Yep.
16. So
all right, so you're at a +10 because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes with your unseen servants, and the professor is a success. So you're providing a +10 aid bonus, which again is D20 +6.
Does Good Hope apply here though?
D20 +8.
Okay, D20 +8. Okay, come on, Atlas. Come on, we're so close to that third day. It's a 10, right? Strength check is 10.
Yeah, the little rock is only DC 10. So, yep, you've you've successfully once again changed out the guards with the professor helping. This rock actually had to touch your shoulders. You're pretty sure because you were aiding and near the rock. Had you dropped it, would have like landed on your knee or your feet or something. But yeah, you keep this rock afloat. With great consternation and a tremendous amount of arcane magic being spent. The party, aside from Pharisee, the party hasn't really paid much attention to what you're doing. Aside from Bukerbeck occasionally coming over with some.
For the most part, we can't see what he's doing.
That's right. You see occasional limb and a bunch of fucking weird little shifting forms outside of a pillar. It looks like every once in a while, when he does the shifting, the rock goes into the pillar and then comes back out. It looks like he's balanced a rock on top of a pillar. All right. Sunset comes a little bit early because of a bit of a windy storm. It kicks up a little bit of dust in this place. There's a lot of detritus and a bit of sand. I need perception checks, which I will give. I will roll the. All right, Thurgus, Pharisee.
Thurgus should be +4 on that.
Okay, Thurgus and Pharisee. Where are you at like 10 p.m.? I know Thurgus is just bouncing the rock.
Under a rock.
Yeah, under a rock.
I'll be first watch. I'll be up on a pillar, up on a pillar where I've got a kind of a commanding view of the space.
Okay. Thurgus and Pharisee notice the tremors first. The ground is shaking a little bit.
I think
From a
something's
direction?
coming.
With your really good rolls, the direction is coming from the valley that you crossed in between Flameford and you guys. With a 40, something big or no, some things big are moving through the earth towards you.
Oi, you lot, you gotta wake the fuck up.
Something coming through the ground. Thurgus, the central room in the temple has exceptionally hard rock. They can't get to you from underneath from in there, if you can carry it that far.
You want me to walk this boulder up the steps?
I'm saying it's an option.
I think that's a great idea. And Thurgus tries to go walk it up the steps.
You're the one carrying it, though, so,
So Thurgus is gonna.
maybe there's another section of rock as well that we could hang out on.
Okay, so
Let's
Thurgus
stand
is
around.
going
Is
to.
there-
Do I have a round to cast a spell?
Yeah, so because you heard them so far out, I'm going to say you guys have 2d4 plus 2 rounds before the things appear. I'll
How
roll
about
it.
if someone who's not rolling ones rolls this?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You guys have
There we
7
go.
rounds to prep.
So
All right.
Thurgus is going to try and shift the weight onto the tentacle for a bit to cast a spell.
Yep.
If he succeeds at that, he's going to cast his Bloodbear army and summon a series of Thurguses, like ancestral Thurguses, up the stairs to help him carry this boulder onto the platform.
That's awesome. Okay.
That's his goal.
Do we have a token for Bloodbear Thurgus? Do they actually take up space and
They take up a 5-foot square.
Okay.
I can make a Bloodbear Thurgus at some point.
There's a image editor called Ribbit. If you type in Google Ribbit image editor, you can apply very simple color filters to tokens. You can make a bunch of red Thurguses, basically.
Okay.
For now, we could just do little Thurguses.
Okay, that works. But
All
I
right,
need to make
so
a strength check first.
How many? Oh yeah, first you need to make a strength check. So round 1.
This is 9.
Um,
Is
you're-
Good Hope up?
Good
Not yet.
Hope. Good Hope can be the first thing I cast on round 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll
my
have cast that.
God. Question is, does a 25 succeed? We'll
25
find out.
succeeds. The DC was 20, so you you made it.
I will cast Thurgus's Bloodbear army, or sometimes known as Army Across Time, but totally not that. And I get 5 foot cubes of temporal possibility plus 1 additional cube per level. So I get 17 Thurguses.
All right, and what can these Thurguses do?
So literally, they can just aid. So the way that it works is, as a free action, I can summon a duplicate of myself from an alternate in one of the cubes I can see, which lasts until the end of my turn. The duplicate has my statistics, threatens all squares, and has any teamwork feats not important. During its brief existence, a duplicate can use the aid another action once to assist you, but it cannot take any other type of action. And once a duplicate disappears, a cube of temporal possibility dissipates. And then because this is the greater army version, I can have up to 1 duplicate in existence at a time for every 3 caster levels that I have.
Oh, okay,
so my intent would be...
So you don't have 17 of them, you've got...
No, it would basically be every turn I would use 3 of them to move forward, and then use 3 more, and then 3 more, and 3 more.
Got it. So there's the total number of Thurgus. There's your charge of Thurguses remaining after you're using these 3. So you've got 3 aids a turn. And they all have your strength?
They have my strength, yeah.
So with these 3 people, you could actually, instead of 5-foot stepping your way up difficult terrain, which I don't think you can do, you can actually move up the terrain because there's enough oomph between 1 big Thurgus and 3 little Thurguses. So it's possible for you to actually take moves because you're no longer. You'll be able to navigate the stairs basically with your Thurguses. So round one, you shift the thing, and then you cast your spell. Round 2, you're summoning a bunch of your Thurguses, and you're moving up the steps.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your movement rate?
Right now, speed 40.
I think you're in your heavy load, and so I think
Give me a second. Is there a way for me to just do heavy load? I mean, that would be speed 20, right?
Yep.
Or speed 30.
Yeah, difficult terrain, you can triple move up the steps on round 2. So round 2, you're there, and the way I'm hearing it, these 3 Thurguses disappear after that round.
Yeah. And then I've got several more rounds, and my intent is going to be to summon them in various locations around me to help me hold the boulder if I get attacked.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I see. Each Thurgus represents 1 round. I think is the way you described it. Okay, round 2.
Yeah.
Krojun's come up and is guarding the steps. He's hopped up onto the steps. What's going on?
Something in the ground that way, and he nudges with his head.
Okay. What's Krojun doing for the first 2 rounds?
Krojun is going to drink some extracts.
Okay. He drinks his strength juice.
He drinks his strength mutagen, and he drinks a bark skin.
All right, Matt. What's Pharisee doing for the first couple of rounds?
The first round is Good Hope. The second round is Moment of Greatness. All of these affect everyone in range. I am assuming that we're clustering up.
Yep.
I may cast a second Good Hope later once everyone's kind of clustered up, but me and Thurgus for sure are getting this. Then I'm going to do Life Bubble, Delay Poison, Grand Destiny, Death Ward, and Protective Lock on Thurgus. That's my 7 rounds.
Nice.
Yeah, and I put all those under token.
Okay.
They'll all be good for, minutes, except
Combat.
Protective Luck kicks in the first time you're attacked, and I'll try and cackle it up.
Sounds good.
The Life bubble. I want to make sure that I get everybody in the life bubble with at least a couple hours, so that I can cloud kill things.
All right, I'm just adjusting Bukerbeck's spells because it looked like this was all for him going into a fiery belly of a beast. He probably doesn't prepare all protection from fires. What spell does he
Probably not.
prepare? That one.
I'll probably sit out the first round, and then I think I have 6 rounds of casting.
Okay, he's been creating food and water each day. And I need one more. All right, does Thurgus want a freedom of movement from Bukerbeck?
He won't say no.
Okay. He provides Thurgus a freedom of movement.
Well, actually, he's concerned. Does the boulder count as restricting Thurgus's movement? In which case, will it fall off of his back?
Yeah, okay, so out of concern, you could say no.
I do, but I'm afraid, Bukerbeck, maybe not. Not today.
Okay, he'll cast freedom of movement on Pharisee. And freedom of movement on himself. It's 2, and then 5 more. He will cast communal airwalk on this group. Same concern. Do you want me not to give it to you? I don't know if Atlas will take kindly to you leaving the ground.
Nope, I'm staying here. Thanks, though.
Okay, so this group has got communal airwalk. Unfortunately, the professor's too far away. He will give Thurgus a death ward if you want it.
Okay, thanks.
Not necessary. I already gave Thurgus a death
Okay,
ward.
he will death ward himself.
Fair.
All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. He had to move over there is 5. Magic Circle versus Evil. Does Thurgus want that one?
Yeah, I'll stand in the circle.
Okay.
Oh, and on the 3rd round, or the 7th round, on the 7th round, as we are sort of in our position, I'll also start a bar song.
Can I, before
Because I can move action
that goes down, can I get my spell casting in as well?
Yeah, I was just going through. Sorry, Bukerbeck's took me a while because I had to pick his spells while I was saying them.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, so 7 rounds. What's the professor doing? You said you skipped round 1.
Yep, I'm going to do all of this silently. I'll probably go on round 1. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do all this silently. First round is going to be reduce person plus shield. Second round is going to be fly plus resist energy sonic.
Yep.
Third round is going to be greater invis plus displacement. Fourth round will be see invisibility plus visions of hell. I will surround my area with like a hellish nightmare escape. Fifth round will be haste plus mirror image, and then 6th round I will do 2 major images. I sent you a token. I'm gonna put them a ways away from me, kind of like in front of the party before like the rumbling would get to Thurgus. I'm going to put 2 of these guys. The professor will concentrate on one of them. The crawling claw will concentrate on the other one, and they will just immediately start going, yeah, yeah, come on, yeah, and just like making a lot of noise. and just like trying to attract whatever's coming.
You've
What are
taken-
you waiting for? Come and get me! Come on!
How big are they?
We'll do gigantic. They're not gonna move around much. They will just be in that one area, like on the steps, away from me, in front of the party, away from them. Just kind
Okay,
of
so how many illusionary dudes did you create?
2. I'll concentrate on one, and the Corral and Claw will concentrate on the other.
All right, and where you can move their tokens around to where you want to put them, and then I need a description of the area of your visions of hell.
Yeah, the visions of hell will be. So you guys are like up on the steps here.
Yep.
Do we have a sense of where the rumbling's coming from? Like, does the professor know by the time he gets to turn 6?
The professor was sitting and napping 50 feet away from where or 90 feet away from where the party was talking about it. You can see them all looking out in this direction.
Okay, yeah, and I can throw these pretty good distance, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I think probably where those 2 big burly lads ended up is good.
Okay. If you can click on your tokens and go to the config tab and change on a drop down your token to PC, and then click on has sight, and then there's a drop down for your best sight. I believe Bukerbeck, for example, is a PC. He has sight, and I think he has dark vision as a. Yeah. I'm going to add a light source to the campfire. Let me know if you need help. Tech has dark vision, right?
I am checking.
You said right click on our token?
No, just double click on your token.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it.
You need to make your token a PC, which is next to the name. You click on has sight, and you can choose in the drop down what your best sight is. So I think Krojun has low light vision.
Yeah, tech is dark vision.
Let me know when you're done.
Carlson's not dark vision. Oh, it's low light. Okay. I would have thought cats had dark vision.
What did you want it on? Has sight should be on.
Yeah.
Normal, low light. What did you?
Has sight is normal if you're a human. If you have low light or dark vision, you pick low light or dark vision.
I think I might have dark vision actually.
All right, so those that have dark vision include Bukerbeck, so there should be a 60-foot radius around him, but if you click on the token that you're looking at, you could actually see where it is that you could see. So there is a light source from
Okay, yeah.
from the campfire, and then I don't know if any of you are carrying light sources or during your time actually cast light.
Thurgus cast light because it doesn't require somatic.
All right, so let's say you cast light on the boulder. So I'm going to put a light source D20. Light spell is like a torch, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's an area of light and an area of dim around the boulder. Way to cast attention to yourself.
Oh, you know me. I like to be the center of attention.
What is that rumbling? Says Bukerbeck. I just wanted a sense of where these creatures were. You actually hear them burrowing in and out of the ground. Some of them are running towards you. It sounds like a stampede of rock throwing very large beasts coming your way. There
Baby
are
Cinderball.
no, a lot of stamping. They definitely have feet. There are these weird clicking sounds that you realize are the opening and closing of massive jaws, and they're starting to burst out of the ground, close to where your light is. What senses are these illusions giving off?
They can do everything. They can't do intelligible speech.
But are they giving off heat?
yeah, the just like warm, hot glow of a bodybuilder in his prime of competition, you know.
Okay, and then what a spell did you cast?
Major image. So they are, if you're curious, DC 28. What are you waiting for? Come on, do it! Do it now!
So no speech, so they're going.
Yeah, but
They include sound. All right.
yeah.
And there's nothing about. Okay. All right. Something very violently bursts forth from the ground in between some boulders. Its mouth is full of rock cutting teeth. It has sort of an angular head, and it is absolutely large. Although it looks
yes.
it looks wee compared to the strong man. A second one is busting out closer to the second strong man. And then you guys hear rumbling, getting very close along this front as they're heading in towards the temple. Professor, you feel very, very vulnerable in your current spot. I'm going to roll initiative at this point in time as the monsters have arrived. Professor, you know in your heart of hearts that this is your Titan Master's response to you doing the thing. Whether
Gosh, all this rumbling sounds like gunfire or something. One might call it a storm of bullets. Get it?
I do. I do.
All right, Thurgus and Krojun, what are you doing? You can see two of these creatures. It looks like they're about to they came out of the ground and they're making these bull-like noises against the creatures that were near. These illusions that were near. Yeah.
Thurgus is going to activate a judgment. He's going to use protection and fast healing. That's his fucking turn.
These are all swift actions?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't actually have to change the boulder or do any movement to do this?
Yeah, his other action is just total defense. I don't know, whatever. I forgot 3-action economy, how that works, but he just wants a total D.
Okay.
Do I need any other sort of penalties to my AC? Like, am I entangled or am I immobilized or something like that I need to worry about?
Yeah, in encumbrance, under a heavy load, you have a max dex penalty.
Okay, is that the only thing I need to worry about?
Yeah, your max dex is +1.
Okay, I'll do that. Then for Krojun, hypothetically, if Krojun, let me double check. Did he drink his fly?
He's got communal airwalk. He can walk along the air.
Oh, sick. Okay. Hypothetically, if Krojun had, I don't know, say 20 feet. Let's see here. Erratic charge greater. Yeah, if Krojun could move 10 feet in any direction before he started the charge, would he have a charge lane?
Yeah, he could have moved up a little bit, and he's waiting for a charge.
Cool. So he'll use his erratic charge. He's going to rage, because that's what he does.
What weapons does Krojun use?
He's fucking mad. His claws and his bite.
That's right, yeah.
He's a natural attack. He just gets, and he just charges ahead.
Okay, which one is he charging?
Like
the one on the edge or the one that's kind of behind this rock?
Whichever one's closest. He doesn't care.
Okay, he ends up above the creature.
He has long arm. That's one of the ones he drank, so he has to be a little bit further out. There you go.
All right, let me check to see if these things have combat reflexes. They are huge, so they do threaten.
Yeah. So for what it's worth, the extracts he drank were his turns were mutagen, bark skin, shield, long arm, freedom of movement, see invisibility, and displacement.
Despite being 15 feet, taking up a 15 by 15 foot combat square, these things
have tiny
are
arms.
low to the ground, and they only threaten at 10. So Krojun running along the air, he launches himself through the air and ends up charging and +1 from above on this this horrible dire beast.
Okay, so we had a conversation about this, and I might need your help.
Yep.
He has greater beast totem, bite and 2 claws. So how does 3 action economy interact with natural attacks on a bounce?
What is his? So actually, what happened was he inched up a little bit closer. What's his movement rate?
Inching up a little bit closer as part of his erratic charge. He just gets to do that as part of a charge.
Okay.
He gets to move 10 feet in any direction before he starts his charge. His movement rate is 40, but on a charge, he gets plus 20 feet from erratic charge greater and plus 10 feet from Catfolk Exemplar. So he's 70 feet base. He's 70 speed. So double that is 140.
All right. So our house rule for pounce is that you need to be within 1 move to do a pounce, but you get all of your attacks as if you take all 3 of your attack actions.
Was he within 70?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He could have set up for 70. So yeah.
Got it.
He moves in. All right. So make your first, what are your iterative attacks?
He goes bite, claw. But how many attacks am I doing? Sorry.
All right, so as a creature with natural weapons, you could choose to do the following. You could do all of your attacks at your highest base attack bonus, all your natural attacks, so you could do bite, claw. Or he could do 1 natural attack in the first attack, 2 at a minus, a second one at a -5, and a third one at a -10. But if he has 2-weapon fighting, he can start to double up in this.
Okay, so I'm just going to do his bite, claw, his all his natural attacks.
Yeah, it sounds like you should
And
take
he is
2-weapon fighting at some point and get a ridiculous
Yeah,
number
that
of
sounds like it
attacks.
could be useful.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's just 3 attacks at plus 26. So this is bite.
You're interrupting! You're interrupting the ceremony! Krojun goes barreling off into the light of the fire and is attacking this very heavily armored four-legged beast.
31, 40, 41.
All right, these things haven't. They don't have combat reflexes, and technically, they haven't started yet. So, flat-footed, its AC is 26.
Okay, so 3 hits.
3 hits.
He gets sneak attack 3 times.
They are sneakable.
That's gonna be.
He gets to
Tear
do
one of
all
these
the
suckers
things
apart.
he was built to do. I'm very excited. Okay. So add your sneak attack damage. Good heavens. So that's...
It grabs the side of its mouth and pulls, and is slashing near the thing's eye. And when it snaps backwards and opens up its mouth, he actually snatches its tongue with one of his claws, raking the inside of its mouth and pulling his hand back before it removes his hand from his arm.
53, 60, and 59.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so 120, 172.
Yeah, that sounds right. Does not bypass any sort of DR. So DR 3 times.
Okay, he manages to incapacitate this one.
Nice opening.
He's just he just licks his claws.
Nice job, Krojun. New guy.
Get out of here! Makronom's not here. We'll remove him, and Zephyros is not here. All right.
FYI, one of the illusions, I didn't have two major images, so one of them will be a persistent image. It's the same thing. DC's a little higher, and it can yell intelligible speech. So one of them is going, "Come on, what are you waiting for?"
All right, so this one is actually doing, come on, what are you waiting for? And might absorb a round of attacks. Bukerbeck, those things are very large. What's Bukerbeck going to do? Okay, I think he is going to move over onto this pillar, full defense, and start tapping the ground with the pillar, like he wants to be out front and absorb some attacks.
Whoa. Bukerbeck. Trying to be a hero. Come on, I'm right here.
All right, so Bukerbeck is total defensing. The dire boulets. En français, oui.
That's why this was a boulet storm here. I get
Yeah. This boulet gets spends an action jumping out of the ground at Strongman 2 and then gets a will save to disbelieve that this thing is actually... will save to disbelieve. And the DC is 28, you said?
29 on this one because it's a better spell.
All right.
29.
20. Nope. It thinks it's fighting a thing.
Yeah, come on, get me.
The others are burrowing through the ground. Professor, where are you right now?
I'm flying above the ground over kind of in a corner with some rocks huddled near my guys. I'm going to be off the ground. I don't want to be touching the ground. I don't want to be making any noise. I want to be perfectly silent, just kind of trying not to be seen here.
Okay. All right. A horrible number of these things are moving through the ground and popping out. So there's 1 move, 2, 3, and 4.
At some point, they will hit if they are. I forget what it is, like lawful. As long as they're not lawful evil, maybe they will hit. As long as they're not devils or lawful evil, they will hit the cusp of the visions of hell.
Where was the visions of hell?
Just kind of 50-foot radius emanation around me.
Around you, which doesn't impact you.
Yes.
Okay. Oops. 50 foot would actually start hitting the party.
I'll try and not hit the party as best as I can.
Okay. So
I'll make my will save.
you place it a little bit in front, so it does look like 3 of them have wandered into your visions of hell, and it's will saves?
Yes. DC on Visions of Hell for the professor right now is 28.
All right. 2 fail. What happens to them?
What does happen? I think they're like -2 penalty on saves. What is it?
Shaken?
Or become shaken and also take a -2 penalty on saves versus fear effects. The fear and penalty persists as long as they remain in the area.
Okay. All right. They come up. They roar. They're very savage and bestial, and many thousands of pounds. And then they're kind of running along the ground to get a little bit closer. One of them runs into the darkness a little bit, but ends its movement here along the steps. That army of Thurgus is in the sky. This one runs forward and actually jumps over you, Professor, and lands on top of this big rock and arches its head back and lets out this massive bull-like grunt. It's kind of stamping, and it looks like it wants to like spring, or it's like maybe even getting ready to jump at Bukerbeck. There is some distance between him and that rock. And the other one is avoiding the visions of hell and is going to move over to Krojun.
I will try to keep full control of my bowels. Spend a full round concentrating on controlling
Total
my
clench
bowels.
action.
All right, so this one actually like launches and scrambles its way towards Krojun, and with its shark-like maw, hits AC 25.
Krojun has displacement, but AC 25, I believe, misses. He's AC 32 right now.
Okay. This other one is doing a special leap attack. It is doing an acrobatics check to land kind of with all of its claws in the air to do 4 claw attacks on Krojun. It needs to make a DC 26 acrobatics check to do this. It does. So it charges, and in the air, kind of meeting Krojun. Instead of biting, it's trying to like claw with this earth, with these 4 earth-rending claws.
Just like a bicycle kick.
Yep. It's sort of trying to land on Krojun. So it's charging claw attacks, and it can stop there because it's got reach. Uh-oh, this is not good. Plus 22 with the charge. AC 31 at 20, 39, and 28.
So nat 20, obviously, and the 39 are both potential hits.
Okay, so I'll roll to confirm the critical.
I will for the nat 20. Can I double check this really fast? I want to make sure
Yep, because
might not be in
I
range.
just confirmed the critical.
Let's see here. Is it not the judgment? It's the determination. Yeah. So when he would be hit by a melee or ranged attack as an immediate action, I can give him a +4 insight bonus to his armor class. So can I basically shout a word of determination to try and protect him versus the crit confirm?
Yep, I rolled AC 40
okay.
on the crit confirm. So you're like,
Yeah,
look out!
It's going to go through anyways.
Yep.
All
right.
But he burns his immediate action, and so but he does have displacement. So
okay, let's roll. Basically, if I roll a 2, it's a miss. No, it's a 1.
it really needs to crit this dude.
And then I believe claws are bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So I need to roll a
Correct.
D3 here. So he gets the piercing critical, which is amazing crit with extra damage.
Nice.
Fun. How much is he taking?
All right. So the crit happened first, I believe. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he missed. It missed with a claw, and then as he was dodging that claw, he gets hit by the other claw that normally rends rock and dirt, and is now rending flesh. So times 3 crit would be 66 plus 36.
Oof.
Plus the additional damage, I think, is just the amazing part. So that crit did 58 damage.
We'll call it 53.
Oh, right, because of the DR. I'll subtract that on his next one. He has got DR 5. And the last claw, if it hits with displacement, it hits for another 15 damage.
Is that with the -5? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Another 15. He's not looking great.
All right, this belay spends all of its attacks attacking this strong man, thinking that it's a real foe. This one has moved over, and it tried to bite, and it missed. This one did its crazy leaping attack. This one's setting up for a leaping attack next round, and this one has moved all the way around. And I think there's 6 of them. Yep, that's their go. Tech.
How does Tech feel about Krojun? Should Tech go in and help Krojun? I think Tech is going to continue to protect Pharisee,
Yep.
and protecting Pharisee at this point, I think, means being here.
Yep.
Marty, I have one other thing.
Yep.
He has preserve organs. He took it 3 times. This is alchemist discovery, so he has
Oh,
a 75%
all right. So
chance
I'm
to
gonna
negate
roll.
criticals.
I'm gonna roll a d4, and only on a 4 does the crit get through. Roll a 1. So let's roll back some. I'm just gonna roll the regular damage then. So
Okay.
he took 15 from the one that he didn't. That wasn't a crit, and then 9 from the other. So he's taken 24 damage instead of. All right. So we're going to say that Krojun's vivisectionist is more like hunter. So he's got strategic like pelts and bits of bones and things from the stuff that he's hunted in different and weird spots in his body, or the vital spots of his body. Plus, he spends a lot of time just doing that micro training where if I punch the wall 100 times, my fist will be stronger. So
or if I just get stabbed by like 1,000,000 scorpions over the course of several days.
Well, that was kind of his thing. It's like the more punishment I go through, the more strong I am. So yeah, he's a very physical character, as opposed to I know where to put my liver. That seems to be weird.
Right.
He has the right strength juices and the right bits of training and hides and trophies on him. All right, so Tech has moved over. Is Tech got long arms up?
Tech, I'm assuming this guy's actually more than 5 feet away.
Yeah, he's more than 5 feet away.
Like off on that rock?
Yeah, he's off on the rock. We'll kind of put him here.
Tech doesn't have anything in particular up.
Okay.
He should have, but didn't. That's fine. He's here to intercept that pounce and do some real damage.
Okay. He could put up a bark skin, maybe.
Yeah, let's do that. That makes good sense.
All right. At his ranger level, he's a 6th level ranger, so I think that's +3 on where it's on, or bark skin. I might be wrong.
That sounds about right.
Okay. And then he could move and be defensive, not total defense, but he could be defensive if he's just in there to take a hit.
Yeah, defensive is fine. He'll dish out punishment next round.
Okay. Pharisee.
Pharisee is going to. Pharisee's kind of curious here. Pharisee does have low light vision, so she can see the brulee over here. I'm going to move. I'm going to fly 40 feet. That's still 55 feet away.
These are temperamental, armor-plated, toothy-mawed, horrible beasts. There's nothing about what they're behaving that actually suggests any intelligence.
Right. They look like animals. I'm not going to do the check. No. I'm going to be flying up above, and I'm going to figure out what they are. I want to know about them. I want to know if they fall asleep. I want to know if they're affected by poison.
All right. Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana is. I am going to just do my take 10 on that and get a 31.
All right. They are very angry, huge magic beasts. They really don't have anything about them that suggests they are magical, aside from they're just not part of nature.
Yeah.
These particular ones, you got a 40?
31.
31 have been infused or have been purposefully bred to be very advanced versions of the regular creatures.
Magical beasts, much bigger than usual. Very interesting. Quite a number of them here. They will sleep, though, if they get too close. So I have moved. I've taken this action. I'm going to continue my bard song.
Okay.
And I'm going to, next round, I'll sleep things if they get in too close.
All right. That's fair save, Professor.
Pixel will just stay. Pixel will stay here. This is fairly safe right now.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a line of defense. Fair,
Yeah.
Professor. What are you doing?
I will just stay quiet and just delay. I won't do anything and wait for the.
Oh, what senses do they have? Do I know that out of 31?
Yeah, 31. You know they can see in the dark, and that if you're touching the ground, touching the ground or making sound, they're going to be able to sense you within the same area. They've got tremor sense.
They can hear your movement too. Okay.
I will just stay absolutely still and silent and delay.
Okay. Luckily, there is a Bukerbeck making noise and a Texaracagat that looks tasty. You like eating cream, and you're delaying. Okay. Thurgus and Krojun. Thurgus, what are you doing?
Thurgus is going to manifest as a free action 3 of his dudes
Okay.
who are going to take aid another checks for his next skill check. So he's basically assuming he's going to get hit and he's going to have to like worry about holding this thing.
Dropping the boulder. Got it.
Yeah. So they aid automatically because they're +9s and you can't crit fail an 8. So yeah. So these bears from beyond the beast lands sort of materialize out of blood and just kind of like put their hands up and try and like bolster him before fading away.
Okay. Then Krojun, who's in a rough
Krojun is
place
going to continue to power attack, and he's just going to take all of his natural attacks.
Okay.
We double check his. He no longer has charging. He's still power attacking. He's at +24 for these 3 attacks.
No sneak attack though.
Correct. It's a number and then a pound sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 36, 37, 33.
All right. Now that these things are not flat-footed, he does get a +1 from above.
Oh, cool. So 37, 38, 34.
And their AC while in combat is 34.
3 hits.
Nice.
So what's he at? Open 3d6 plus 27. No, 5d6. 3d6. 27. Oops. There you go. For 37, 33, 39.
All right, they don't have any DR, so you can roll it all together next time. But
Okay.
so that's 60, 70, 109 damage on the one in front of him, the one that clipped him with all the claws.
Yep.
That's not enough to trigger a death save, but you did bloody it.
Cool. That's it for him.
And now he's in a fight. It looks
How
like.
much damage does Krojun have?
Krojun has like 20-something damage. It's not as bad as it was a little while ago. 24 damage on him.
All right, Bukerbeck is going to use a swift action to I forget what it's called for his class. It's like a challenge. He's going to use a personal trial to gain +3 to attack and damage against that creature in front of him.
Nice.
And to his AC against that one. Seeing that they can do this weird charging pounce, he's actually going to move in to attack, which provokes. I think he's going to go defensive, and at the beginning of the turn, move in and then attack. So he's fighting defensively, effectively. So this thing's going to nip at him as he moves in to provoke. AC 27 is not enough. With thanks to going defensive, and then he will strike. Defensive is a -4 to attack. There's a bard song.
There's a bard song and a good roll.
-4. Your bard song's +3.
3. Yep.
And he gave himself a +3 buff as he walked in, and he misses, but he is kind of underneath that boulder, attacking the belay and trying to keep it busy because he knows the professor. He's the one who's been visiting the professor. He knows the professor's just like within biting range of this creature. That was Bukerbeck. Then it's the dire belay. Okay, this thing will do its full attacks on Bukerbeck.
Wow, what is this like altruistic flair in Bukerbeck to protect the professor? I mean, this.
Yeah.
Notice how Bukerbeck is in between the Boulay and Thurgus, but like is not in between the Boulay and the professor.
Well, Thurgus is going on a religious challenge. He sees this as a religious thing. And
He's totally protecting the professor. Yeah, sure.
All right, the bully gets 30, 22, and 37. I have to check on the 30. So Bukerbeck has normally a 26 AC with his shield spell up as 30. With going defensive and having 3 ranks of acrobatics, that's 33. So he got hit once with a claw.
Nice.
Or 2d6 plus 12. 18 damage on Bukerbeck, and he's standing his ground. All right, it did a full attack at its highest base attack bonus with its iterative attack, so it is done. The one over here is doing a charge on Thurgus.
Okay.
It looked like it wanted to do a charge on your little guy, but...
those guys should be gone.
Oh, I see.
They disappear after they ate.
Got it. Thurgus, fair to say, it looked like it was going to go running in to where it heard a lot of the noise, but something had kind of like turned its head towards Thurgus.
Okay.
Like some you don't know where it is. Something inspired it to run along the steps and leap out at Thurgus. All right, it is doing the leaping attack with all 4 of its claws.
Okay.
AC 25, 30, 33, and 26.
They all miss.
All right.
Thurgus
Thurgus
is AC 43.
Okay. Thurgus.
Also, protective luck triggers at this point. So they would have needed to roll twice anyway and take the lower, but yeah.
Fish for those nat ones.
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's any nat ones.
Upon my body.
That's what we're really doing. I forget about that.
These things are noisy. You kind of know where some of the stones and digging has come from. These things might have occasionally wandered into this territory before. Its claws are definitely marring the stone. Maybe some of the wear is actually, now that you see this creature's mouth, like tooth marks. Like they might actually come here to gnaw on the stones.
Nice.
All right, that one is attacked Bukerbeck. This one is now attacking Thurgus, who's balancing a boulder on his body, and he's now technically in combat while holding onto that load. Uh-oh, Krojun. Krojun's got the one that he's attacking is doing its full round attacks. Bite is the first attack. 31, 34, and 25.
34 is a potential hit.
It's a miss because of displacement. Nice spell.
Sweet.
And then the other one, I think, continues to attack. Krojun's engaged, like with the both. 28, 39, and 39. Luckily, the claws don't crit.
Improve
On
crit
19s.
claws.
No, the bite does, though. They're
Those are
savage
both
bites.
Potential hits.
Potential hits, okay. 2 and 2, they're both hits. So 4d6 plus 24 minus 10 for your DR. He takes 23 damage after those attacks.
Okay.
So yeah,
Understood.
Krojun is hovering above this rock, making a lot of noise, and they're jumping up at him behind this rock and trying to bite him, and Krojun is standing his ground. This last one continues to bite at Strongman 2. It's circling around it, trying to bite at him, and
Get me.
it's too stupid to realize that its attacks aren't working.
Krojun took 23 that turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's up to 47 damage?
He's at like 2/3 ish of his health.
Should be 47 damage, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's right.
All right, Tech.
Yeah, Tech, I think, is going to jump up onto the rock.
Okay. Because Bukrabek ran
Provoked.
in, it
Yeah.
took its AOO. However, then they had their turn, so their AOO is
Okay.
refreshed. So it's going to try to bite Tech as he comes in.
Yeah, sounds good.
It snaps its jaws and tries to catch him like a frog eating a fly. AC 37.
It needs a 37.
All right, so that snapped it, not a crit, and its damage 2d8 plus 15. So it nipped Tech, kind of got a hold of one of its arms and tried to pull it off his body for 22 damage.
Not
This
bad, not
this
bad.
massive many-ton thing is clawing along the rock, Henry. You're just hoping it doesn't pay attention to you. You could see Tech now. He's on top of the rock, right beside or near your boulder, and he's attacking with his blades.
Watch fighting.
And
Silently, I will just
Yes.
go murder.
So we've done a move. We have 2 attacks now,
Yep.
and each of those are double attacks.
Yeah. So you're 2-weapon fighting and improved 2-weapon fighting in the first and second
Yes.
attack action of your turn. So you've got 4 attacks.
Yeah. So the first one is 1d20 plus, and power attacking,
Mhm.
plus 21 for the first one.
For the first 2 attacks. Yeah.
Just for the first one because of Furious Focus.
Oh, okay. So you're 2-handing on the first attack, and then iterative attacking on the second 2. That's crazy.
Nah,
No?
it's a double attack and then a double attack, but I think only the first one out of those 2 benefits Furious
I
Focus.
think Furious Focus only works if you're two-handing a weapon.
Yeah. So if you shift your grip to 2-handing, Furious Focus only applies to that.
Oh, okay.
Which you can
Then-
do with a 2-bladed weapon. It's just you're only getting 1 attack in that.
That's what
Yeah.
we'll do then because I've
Okay.
already rolled it.
Critical threat, though. Roll to confirm.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 21, 29.
Does not confirm.
Okay, and then 2d20 plus 13 on those second ones. 32 and 21.
AC 34, so he misses on both.
Okay, so 1 hit. Which is the
2-handed.
two-handed version, so it's plus 31. 1d8 plus 31. 39 damage.
All right. The thing is no longer paying attention to Bukrabek's slapping. It is now paying attention to Tech that scores a hit along the side of its head.
That makes sense.
Ripping through some of the very hard plates into soft pinkish flesh.
We are still fighting defensively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pharisee.
Pharisee Sleep hexes the boule next to Thurgus.
All right.
It is shaken.
-2, so 22 on its save.
25's the DC.
So,
So it
with the
falls-
visions of hell and it's all shaken, it actually lies down
It loses the shaken and stuff once it leaves the.
once it leaves. Okay,
Oh.
but it's still failed with DC 25. It rolled a 24.
Yeah.
It lays its head down and sleeps.
Then she moves down next to it, pick in hand, and says, "I'll take care of this one."
Professor, we've gone a full round of you just hiding in silence.
The bard song continues.
I will silently start casting Enlarge Person and try and hit Tech with it next to him.
Tech is not a person.
No?
Oh, so racist.
He's not
Yeah, I
No,
know.
he's not considered a humanoid. I believe they're considered monstrous humanoids. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Keranatos Moores gets real mad when I directly fuck with his creations, and I know deep down inside that these are his creations, so I will just continue to silently cower in this corner here for now.
okay. Thurgus is going to be very pissed if these things knock the boulder from his hands.
Oh yeah, he'll be pretty mad, but that's okay.
The professor's continuing to delay cower. All right. Thurgus and Krojun are back at the top of round 3.
Thurgus is going to Bane Magic Beast.
Sorry, can I instead just hit Tech with a silently hit him with invisibility from here?
You need to touch him.
Oh, invisibility is a touch spell?
Yep.
Then never mind.
You could fly over to him and touch him.
Delay cower. Let's just keep cower.
Okay. Delay cower. Thurgus.
Hold on a second. So Bane says an Inquisitor can imbue one of her weapons with the Bane special ability. Can I apply that to my bite? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't say I can't.
Natural weapons are considered weapons for most spells.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so I'm going to apply Greater Bane for Magical Beast to my bite.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ready an action for if Fairse coup de grace this thing and it's still up, then I'm going to bite it in its
If her
fucking
pick
face.
doesn't mine deep enough into the huge beast,
Then I'm going to
right?
bite it in its
Okay.
fucking face.
And then probably get an AOO if it stands up. All right.
Exactly.
Krojun, who's fighting off not one but 2 of them.
He's got
Yeah, Krojun full round attacks.
Okay. Is he attacking the
The one that's injured.
The one that's
that you
injured?
already injured.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus.
Yeah, with Krojun nearby, these things actually see him and he's damaging them. This major image is not enough of a distraction. The one that's talking and stamping on the ground is enough of a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a nat 1
Yep.
on one of those.
Don't do that.
If I have a readied action, I can still burn an immediate, right? I don't know if this reaction system.
Yeah, the immediates burn one of your actions from next round, technically.
Okay, so I'm going to use my determination for aggression and yell at him so that he can re-roll his attack roll before the results are revealed. So I don't know, but maybe that one doesn't miss or whatever. Who knows? But Thurgus is going to be like, Krojun, don't fucking suck. Force him to re-roll.
Don't screw up now.
I kind of need you. Okay, so I think that's 2 potential hits, right? 40 and 42?
Yeah, those are 2 hits. You're in a well-lit area. There's no miss chance.
Just what is his? I think he's plus 27. So we'll call that 54, right? Because you said double it. Or you said just do it as one number.
Yep.
So 72 points of damage across 2 attacks.
72. Okay, it brings it to 181. It has 180 hit points, so you incapacitate that one.
Nice. That's it for Krojun.
All right, thank you, Bard Song, and all the buffs.
Yeah, thank you, Bart. Thank you, Good Hope.
Brought to you by the letters B and S.
Bookerbeck.
My slapping is not doing much.
I wonder if there's a way for him to help Tech.
But I
Frank?
must protect my best friend Henry.
Your best friend.
That's
right?
clearly an illusion. So ignore it. Bookerbeck would never say that. It's an illusion. I make my will save.
Think of all the good times we've had together.
All right, so Bookerbeck is going to 5-foot step. He's going to be defensive, 5-foot step, defensively cast Weapon of Awe on the primary double blade of Tech. That's a +2 damage, and I think on crits it gets shaken.
Okay. Yeah.
But the defensive casting, second level spell would be DC 19. He makes it. So yeah, Tech has Weapon of Awe, and he's defensive. Dire Belays. All right, so this one's sleeping, and nothing of significant physical activity has woken it up.
That cat is so fucking cute.
It's
The big
yeah.
floof.
This is
It's-
Jasper. Jasper's really nice. He's just purring.
So
Dire-
sweet.
Dire Belay is going to try to eat the bug that's hurting it. AC Nat 20, AC 25, and AC 31.
Oof.
The nat 20 is a hit. The
All right.
others are not. 37's the confirm we need.
All right. AC 22 to confirm, not enough.
No.
Oh, thank God.
It does bite Tech for 22 damage before any DR. I don't know if he has it or not.
I don't think he has DRI.
Okay, this one snaps down and misses, but then it sort of like headbutts Tech, almost sends him spiraling off of the stone, but he manages to put 2 of his forearms down to the ground and stabilize himself and not get pushed off. And then this one, it jumps right through the illusion and turns around stupidly to continue to attack the illusion. And then there's only one. This one slips off a rock. This one is wedged between 2 rocks. And this one is going to bite Krojun. Bite Claw.
Sure. AC 32.
Critical threat.
3
on the
hits.
Bite. And then hit. I'm going to roll to confirm the crit on the bite. 27 is not enough.
Correct.
3 hits, though.
But 3 hits.
Well, 3 versus displacement. 3 potential hits.
Yep, 3d2. The creature is looking for 2s. Bite and
2
a claw hits.
Displacement's so good.
And then
Yeah.
5 DR. Okay. Krojun's tough. 2d8 plus
Take some hits.
2d6 plus 12 minus 10 for the DR. 38 damage total after the DR.
Yeah, he's not looking great, but he's still there.
47 plus 38, is that what he's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
85 damage.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Krojun's getting clawed and scratched, and luckily this one was kept off of him. It does look back at some of the noise of its fellow monsters, but it's still attacking the strong man in front of it.
So close to getting him. It almost got him on that last one.
Tech.
Tech is definitely going to full round this thing.
Okay.
We're going to do a two-handed single attack with the first one, and then double attack, and then tertiary single attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has greater multi-weapon fighting yet.
He does not. Not yet. So that's going to be 1d20 plus. The +2 double blade single attack is actually +23. 3.
Oh, he can. In the third attack of the round, he could do 2. If you look at his
Okay.
character sheet. Yeah, the multi-weapon fighting bumps that whole shenanigans up by
Oh,
1.
very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I was assuming that you needed like greater multi-weapon fighting, which I think is a thing, but I'm not totally sure. Does a 37 hit?
Hits.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll the other ones as well. I think we're going to need them all.
Yep.
20 plus 13. Does a 31 hit?
Misses by
Basically
3.
34.
Yeah, that'd be 20 plus
He's
Just
at
for
bowling for
the-
20s. Yeah.
tertiaries, so yeah, bowling for 20s is fine. We do not get them. There's one solid hit there.
There's all these noises as his weapons are hitting the creature and just kind of annoying it. That first one did plow through and caught the creature in the lip, and a bunch of its teeth got wedged out.
39 damage.
Is significant.
Yeah.
Another 39.
Yes. Hmm?
It's not bloodied yet, though, and
No,
it's
yeah.
still commanding at the top of that rock. Pharisee, with your pick in hand.
I have built this pick for one purpose. And this is that purpose. It is an abyssal steel light pick.
Okay.
So it's got a ×5 multiplier.
Yep.
I auto crit because it's a coup de grace.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at a ×5. That's 5d3 plus 25. It's a +1 pick. I'm -1 strength.
Yep.
+2 bards, or +2 good hope, +3 bard
I
song.
should have just coup de grace it with my bite.
This is more fun.
You do 35 damage. You're like, this looks like a soft spot, and you try to stick the pick through one eye into the other. All right, so that takes 35 damage, and then now it needs to make a DC 45 fort save or die.
I guess that save actually helps.
That's what it's for. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a
that's fair.
31 on its save, so it. It wakes up. It takes Pharisee for a little ride for a moment as it opens its mouth to kind of let out its dying breath and collapses in front of her, and she picks herself off the ground.
All right, there you go.
Take the pick out.
Yeah, the DC on coup de grace is 10 plus damage dealt.
Excellent.
Okay, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
So
is.
yeah, this I'm kind of built to, if I long arm, then I can fog things, waltz in, sleep them all, and then go around whacking them.
It's been many games since we've seen Pharisee attempt a coup de grace action.
Yeah.
It's not common. It's not common.
It's good to see.
It's good to see.
Professor, you still being a coward and hiding?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I think I will delay until
All the monsters are dead?
Yeah, probably. I'll delay until after
It's a
tech
vibe.
time. Maybe
Yep.
I'll hit him with the invisibility next time around.
Are you flying?
Yeah. I'm
You hear
flying-
Sinclair. Well, why don't you just fly away?
Because if we leave more than, I don't know, say 50 feet from our friends here, Tiny and the gang, they will all disappear, and we will fail the test in front of Atlas, and all of this will be for what, Sinclair?
He
Do pay attention.
he basically mutters to himself, but loud enough in your head to hear, foolish.
I believe we are strategically biding our time. Hiding and cowardice is a derogatory term.
Right. Thurgus and Krojun.
Thurgus will summon 3 more Thurguses from
Okay.
his pool, and they will basically ready an action to aid his AC once per each attack. So it'll
Yeah,
be one aid, then another aid, then another aid. If he gets like pounced for 3 attacks or whatever.
Yeah, right now it looks like all of your companions are keeping these beasts at bay. It's just this one that's being tricked by an illusion that could maybe turn around and do a pounce. But your Thurguses come and help you keep the rock aloft because they're so strong. Like the rock's pretty safe at this point. Krojun is doing all the battling in the front.
Krojun. This is gonna seem kind of dumb, but I'm gonna try it. Does Krojun have a charge lane to the one with tech, or does he not fit between those boulders?
Is he able to change directions with any of his charges, or
He can airwalk, and he can go 10 feet in a direction. I don't know if that means he can airwalk up 10 feet though.
he could charge to here.
Yeah.
He's got long arms, right? Yeah, you can charge to here and attack that square. He won't he won't be flanking, but he'll get a charge.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that for now. His hope was to flank, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, next round he could then charge to flank.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. All right, so he basically is beginning this L maneuver. This belay will take its AOO for you.
Yeah, go for it. Do the thing.
Leaving melee, AC 27. It snaps its jaws sideways as it misses Krojun's leg by 3 feet. Krojun's running up to the air and then kind of lands downwards and attacks the belay.
42, nat 1, and 46. Okay, so I have an immediate action. I'm going to use it to re-roll the nat 1.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm almost out of
You
this.
don't want me to check to see what the result would be first? Or?
No, I don't.
I've got the tables here. I've got the science.
It's okay.
The DM science.
Yeah!
Claw bite for him. So he hit with a claw. Bite claw.
Bite claw.
All right. So he hit with his bite, and he's going to potentially critical on both claws. So roll to confirm both of those claws. Both are
46 and 39.
Both are crits.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Bring it down.
So you want me to do these one at a time?
Krojun.
Yeah. Oh, you could just roll them both right now. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Amazing critical is +1 critical multiplier, and standard critical is just regular critical multiplier. And then after you're done, you could do a free combat maneuver like a trip or something like that.
Okay. So an amazing crit would be a ×2 comes ×3.
Yep.
So it's a 1.
Oh, hold on a
times
second.
3.
Hold on a second. Doesn't one of your? Am I thinking of the wrong thing? Don't claws get a multiplier on their crit with your?
Oh, let me
stance?
take a look at see what he. Oh, something with like the beast totem or
The
something.
beast totem, I think, makes his claw damage dice go up, and I think the claw multiplier becomes ×3.
Yeah, his beast totem multiplier is ×3.
Very
You're
nice.
right.
So I've got a troll who's gone up the beast totem path. So
Okay.
This is a
Good Lord.
×4 crit on the first claw, ×3 crit on the second.
5. So it's basically a total of ×8.
Yeah, and then his bite, I don't know what the difference in the damage.
Well,
is.
his bite, they all deal the same. They're 3d6 + 27.
Okay.
So he has
No,
a regular bite.
his claws are bigger in his beast totem as well.
Yeah, they're bigger than his 2d6. So his bite.
Oh, I see. They're not.
Yeah.
It bumped it up. So okay,
Yeah,
fine, great.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they go to the same. So it's a ×1, and then a ×4, and then a ×3, right? So
Yeah. 8 times the damage. This
Oh
thing has
my
no DR. He's gonna
God.
pull it. He's latched on to the face plate, and the back of the creature is where he's landing, and he's pulling up the face plate kind of towards its nose while slashing at it, and he's basically trying to take off that whole plate on the front end of the monster.
He's gonna burrow through this thing.
Yeah, he's taking off its head.
290.
Krojun there with some
He does that Wolverine thing, like that barrage, from Marvel vs. Capcom. Where he just goes,
He's now got the face plate of the creature in his hands, and he flings it back, thankfully away from the professor's precariously held rock.
oh my God.
All
That's
right.
amazing.
All right,
That makes up for my nat ones.
that's a cohort build. Okay.
That's freaking sweet, dude. That was the sweetest.
Bukerbeck, showered in blood, sort of looks at Krojun, sees that Tech is injured, and I guess instead of being a monk, I will be the healer that I've been relegated to be, and he will channel positive energy to heal. Yeah.
It was admirable. He tried to come and save his best friend, though.
5d6. I mean, 17 healing for both Krojun and Tech,
Okay.
and himself. He's got 1 damage left. You guys need to buy him a phylactery.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't that interfere with his headband?
You could move it to the head slot.
That'd be cool.
Phylacteries might actually be head slots. I'd have to double check.
I thought they competed with the headband.
Yeah.
Did somebody add the healing to Tech yet?
Nope.
I didn't. I did Krojun's. I didn't.
What was
Sorry, how much was it?
17.
17.
All right, the dire belays. So this one is stupidly following Krojun. Like it's snapping its jaws, running along the ground, leaping up at him, and because it was kind of behind this boulder and this boulder was in the way, it actually has to move to get to him and then attacks twice. It's going to do 2 bites. First bite, AC 33.
Potential hit.
Second bite, AC nat 20. All right, so do the
Potential
hit.
crit.
Hit on the first one, missed on the nat 20. So the first bite does. Krojun gets nipped for 17, the amount that he was healed by Bukerbeck.
He goes back to 85.
All right, there is that same prodding, Pharisee, that the thing looked like it was going to keep on attacking the illusion, but something prodded it to go and attack Thurgus instead. And it's whipping across the battlefield to charge Thurgus, which incurs an AOO from Krojun as it runs up these steps, bounding and running.
Take that. But he does not get his charge bonus. That's only 27. He's very tired.
He turns around and rakes his claws against the side of it. Sparks actually come up, but he's not getting through its armored plates. And it's doing the special charge on Thurgus. All 4 claw attacks. It launches through the air. AC 33, AC 36, AC 41, and 39.
None of those hit.
None of them hit.
He's AC 43, but he's AC 45 against the first 3 attacks.
Okay.
Jesus, that's so
high. Tech. I think the others are like bleeding or maybe even stabilizing. Yeah, they're. Yeah.
Yeah, Tech will move in on this guy. We'll flank with. We'll move to a point where we're flanking with.
Yep, that corner is good.
Yeah.
Those mini Thurguses are gone. You can delete them.
And yeah, we'll take the AOO that's going to come with that.
Okay. You could attempt a acrobatics check to avoid the AOO.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that. That is something we are okay at.
Tech's pretty good at that.
The CMD of this is 40, however.
42.
42? Nice. So he bounds and jumps and leaps, and it snaps its jaws, and you're now in a flanking position with Krojun.
All right, so we're going to do one 2-handed attack. 1d20 plus 25 because of the flank. Nat 20.
Critical hit.
20's in this combat.
32, though, is not a confirm, right?
Yeah, you're missing by 2.
Yeah.
You got the flank in there?
I do have the flank in there. Yeah.
Bard song and all that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, afraid so. But I still do 36 damage, and that's not nothing.
Okay, that
Nice.
injures it. It's got other foes than Thurgus to attack. Pharisee.
I do not cackle because I don't want to waste an action on that.
Right. But you could laugh.
Laugh regularly.
Yes, I do fly to about here,
Okay.
staying out of range. Now, both of these two are within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
I'm going to split hex sleep them.
Does that affect the DC at all? No?
No.
Okay. The first one is the one closest to Thurgus. Nat 20 and a 16. So the one in behind falls asleep.
Okay, darn.
It kind of slides through momentum towards Krojun. Its
Yeah.
head hits a stone, but it hit the stone and then fell asleep. No AOO, just
Yeah.
randomness. And then the other one just shakes its head and lets out this roar and is carving up the ancient steps with its claws. It's still scrambling forward.
I'm going to continue the bard songs. Is there anything Pixel can do at this point?
I don't know. Have you armed her with any wands or?
I think that she does have some wands. Let me just take a quick look at the character sheet here. Entangle, obscuring mist, cure light wounds. Oh, sorry, that's on me. On Pixel, the flower of autumn. We've got grease.
Grease?
Let's grease the steps. What the heck?
All right. So there's a bunch of grease that goes off. She's invisible, right? Or is she hiding?
Just being real quiet. Yeah, just
Okay.
hiding.
Casting a spell means that she is
Visible.
now visible.
Yeah.
So she does have a grease off. The grease came from a wand, so the DC of
Yep.
this is 12?
11?
Yeah.
12? 12 for a first level spell? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this thing's reflex save.
Probably need to roll a 1.
Yeah.
Right.
It rolls a 20.
Okay, well, hey, I fished that 20 out, and that's not bad.
Yep. Professor, you're no longer threatened.
But I'm still cowering. That's
Let's
the thing,
actually-
though, you know?
Let's actually have Pixel withdraw. And then zap.
This thing hasn't taken its AOO yet. So do you want a 5-foot step or do you want to?
Yeah, 5-foot step. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. She 5-foot steps out of its reach. It kind of shifted its head
Then
slightly
uses
up.
the wand, which is 2 actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It shifted its head up like it noticed movement, but it's definitely being coaxed to go forward towards Thurgus. Professor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna strategically cower in fear behind this boulder. And hope Karen
You should-
doesn't know.
You should cast haste on us and tell us to run away, because clearly that's in your god's best interest.
The thing is, I already cast my haste on myself, and I have no more spell recalls now because I've got 12 unseen servants.
All right, top of round 5, Krojun and Thurgus. So Thurgus first. What are you doing, Thurgus?
Thurgus.
You've been attacked
Thurgus is-
twice now. I think it's about time to make a strength check because you are in combat, like avoiding these things, and you do have the ball on your shoulder. So give me a strength check to make sure that you.
Can I free action summon some more bears? I don't know how many I have
for
left
sure.
over there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll
Does
take
Good
3
Hope
8s
apply
on
to
this.
that?
What's that?
If Good Hope applies to ability
Yeah.
checks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you do have Moment of Greatness to get another +2 if you want to blow that.
I'll save it
Okay.
because this is a 40.
Okay, so no problem. You're just like,
That's
no, get away.
Is that my full turn?
No, that was just you keeping the ball away.
Oh, that's just the start of the turn.
Yep.
Okay. Then, do I feel like I would be forced to roll those again if I tried to like attack in combat?
Yeah, you're probably going to make one around unless you do something really dumb in combat. Plus, shifting your hands is also a.
Nah, it's fine. I'll stick with the total D.
Okay.
And then for Krojun, he's got a full attack. He's got a flank. He is at 3.
He does, and they have no protection against sneak attack.
Yeah. 41, 35, 28 misses.
2 hits.
Okay.
Ooh, 2
So we'll
sneak
call that
attack on this guy?
3d6, 8d6.
That's gonna have
So 16d6 plus 54 for 108. Ah!
All right, that wasn't all one attack, so it doesn't have to make a save, but it is bloodied. 144 damage. Roaring in anger and pain, Bukerbeck. Oh, what's he gonna do, guys? You guys want more healing?
You could flame strike
I
it?
mean, Krojun could use it ish. He's
Yeah.
probably a target next turn.
Krojun's pretty beat up.
He could flame strike if he prepared it. He prepared 2 breaths of life and 1 communal airwalk.
That seems fair.
Yeah. His job's to keep it alive, to keep people alive, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe like whisper words of encouragement to his best friend Henry. You're doing great. Yeah, you're doing great. Henry.
Maybe he should cast Dimensional Anchor on Henry.
All right, he's going to use a paladin spell called Grace as a swift action.
Nice.
He's going to move so that he's going to flank with Thurgus.
Nice.
This isn't the one no, that one was the one he challenged. So he's then going to strike it with a stunning fist. He's got stunning fists, right?
Hmm.
I don't know. Did he take that feat? No, he didn't take the feat.
Does he get it from his Paladin archetype?
No. He gets unarmed strike, but he doesn't get stunning fist.
Mm.
It's a feat he could take.
Yeah. Just punch it.
I think he's just punching it.
It's close. If he can get some damage through, he could maybe take it down.
I think he'd have to crit to do that.
Yeah.
+5 for all the spells, +2 from flank. AC 27, he misses. Oh, these things are hard. Hard. The belays. Oh, it got its attack. It survived. All right, Thurgus, it's gonna try to bite you. So it turns around to like to go get Krojun, and then something like it's like there's an unseen handler.
Sure.
Protected
making
luck is gone now, too.
Yeah, for sure.
So it tries to nip Krojun. AC 32 is a miss, and then it's 2 claws. AC 37 and 28.
Is this on Thurgus or Krojun? Sorry.
Thurgus, sorry.
Thurgus.
Yeah.
Yeah, those almost.
It should have been on Krojun, but it's on Thurgus instead. Oh no, now we've got the pain. Tech?
Oh, yeah. Tech. We're going to continue to do the same kind of full attack we did in previous times.
Yep.
Can I stop fighting defensively?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that.
Definitely not being attacked.
Take that negative off then. Yes, we've got the initial one. The single attack, yeah, is plus 29 with the flank. 37
Hits?
hits. And then 2 at 1d20 plus 24 with the flank. Oh, sorry. -5 on that. 34 and 31.
The 34 hits, the 31 misses.
Okay. And then 2 times 1d20 plus 14.
You need nat 20s here. All right.
Yeah, no. So 2 hits. One of them is 1d8 plus 33.
It's
So
hard.
39 damage, and 1d8 plus 24 on that second one. 25. So
All right, so you kill it on the second attack. It's got a con.
okay, good.
I think you may have hit on some of those extra attacks that you missed on because it fell down kind of in the middle of your attack routine. So
Possible.
Tech is able to slay that dire belay.
Nice.
And
Excellent,
I
excellent.
believe the battlefield is now quiet.
Yeah.
Very loud
Um,
snoring.
Yeah, Pharisee, Professor, and then Thurgus needs one more round because he basically just took a full round from a creature to keep the stone from balancing. And given that we're 10 minutes away from our time limit tonight, I think after this check we push pause.
Does he have any bears left? I can't tell because of the light.
Oh,
It's okay if he doesn't. I just don't know.
yeah, he's got like 2 bears left, I think. No,
Okay,
five
so-
bears left. 5 bears.
Oh, okay. So we'll do the same thing as last time. Reaction. Summon some bears. Help stabilize him. 41.
41. All right, you're able. This you actually forgot for a while. You had the boulder, like the shot of adrenaline of this combat, as many 1,000-pound beasts were trying to attack you and knock the block out of your hands, or the sphere out of your hands. The boulder is safe, however, and is this coup de grace on the
Coup de
boulet?
grace on the bullet.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can take that one out too. Yeah, that should do it.
Plus 17 is 32. Woo, it was close. All right, so
Yeah, but it's 10 on top. It's 10 more than that it needs.
Yeah.
It needed 45,
Yeah.
so.
I think he was being sarcastic.
No, it was
and this,
closer
I
than-
think, the damage alone, while they're in their negative hit points, is sufficient to kill them. You're doing like 30s.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming you want them all dead.
Yeah.
Nobody wants any ridiculous pets or anything like that, right?
No.
Oh my God!
Just-
I'm
just
gonna race
meat.
the professor to kill these things. No more pets.
All right, we've got a second phase to the adventure, and you're only halfway through. I'm gonna mark down the time. So you guys, this was at day.
2.
You're 24 hours, 36 hours, 36 plus 3 hours in equals 10 p.m. on second day.
Nice.
All right. And we had given the name of tonight's game Thurgus Shrugged.
We did do
Shrugged
that.
off those attacks.
Shrugged off those attacks. They're not going to bother him very much. And you managed to keep at bay the monsters sent by most likely Keratos Mors or Keratos Mors that seems to be plaguing the professor's every step.
He's just testing.
I need to remember that this rest period, I
Yep.
want to get control weather, so that I can just take out that whole idea of, oh no, it's very windy all of a sudden, and just say, nope, it's clear skies for the next 24 hours.
Oh yeah, in case he Morse shows up with his sand.
So it's lightning striking a bunch of things. Yeah. That's,
yeah.
Awesome. I'm
Another
going
successful combat for the professor.
for the professor. I think we've seen the power of Krojun's build thanks to his master's player.
Yeah, that was awesome. That one
is a good
round where
one,
he
yeah.
got those crits. and
That
did
was fucking
100
gross.
damage. That was crazy.
He's 2 levels less than you guys, and he's able to keep up. That's awesome.
That is nice. Yeah.
What?
He's
Matt?
not as invulnerable
Character
as, even though he is an invulnerable rager, he's not as invulnerable as Thurgus. He's
No,
definitely easier to hit.
he got hit a bunch of times. Like he took
Yeah.
a ton of damage, and his spells kept him from basically falling.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some mitigations, but it goes down reliably, and it's hard to crit him.
Yep.
Yeah, but can he carry a single tiny 309-pound boulder for 2 days?
He's actually kept one in his pocket this whole time. I came this close to using the boulder Thurgus is holding to beat that boulet.
The thought entered my mind too. I'm like, I wonder if he uses it as a weapon, but he's like, he's probably not wanting to roll that one or
exactly. I'm
weapon
too afraid of rolling
fell
another
down.
nat one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I thought about is if these are not artifact boulders, and they might be, but they might not be.
Yeah.
I can animate objects on them and just have them walk to where I want them to be. But I can't get the colossal one.
That's the one we need, though.
Yeah, I can get the huge one, but not the gargantuan one and not the colossal one.
So in the module, you're supposed to just balance these pillars all night, which I'm like, that's neat. But how do we make this attached to like Titan's gift? So I'm like, Atlas was all like, which one's the Titan of Strength? I'm like, the guy who's got the world on his shoulders. So it started to the idea of how to take the idea in the module snowballed from there. But this is a place that, Thurgus is like, I got 40 strength. Let's go and get the next biggest boulder and see what, boon I get. Or your crazy wizards are like, I've got uber telekinesis or some shit that, you might be able to get the next one.
We'll figure out something.
Or just like all these unseen servants lying around.
Yeah. The largest one is like 120,000.
It's like they left a boulder for like the insane child or like the ogre that shows up or just something that it's like, I could participate. And the wizard's doing it.
Man.
Yeah.
I was honestly surprised you didn't summon some sort of like, what are those like crazy monsters that you have? Abominations or something?
Yeah.
I was surprised you didn't just like summon one of those and then swap out your servants.
I mean, but those last they're gone.
They last long enough for you to cast 10 more servants.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have
Hold this.
That's
Yeah.
I know what Thurgus's boon is, and I'm starting to crystallize the idea of if the professor pulls this off, will Atlas actually help?
Oh man,
the
I hope he
professor?
gives your bony arm like a bicep, and so you have like this bony bicep on one arm.
Or curse from another Titan.
I was thinking a lot more along the lines of any unseen servant cast by the professor actually has an increased strength score, so they can do other things.
You have proven your worth, and I shall increase your size to account for your great strength. You will now be small.
Right. You're small, but with no strength penalty.
Really? You're already medium? Really?
I would take that. I'd take no strength penalty.
Well, yeah, of course, small and no strength penalty. That's a combat boon for spellcasters.
That's like another spell I don't have to cast plus 2 strength increase.
Yeah. And it's actually not the professor holding it. It's like the unseen servants are.
Exactly. So they get the boon.
I just I'm picturing someone using see invisibility to see these servants, and they're all like these Arnold like ripped servants.
Yeah. They're all showing off and funny. All right, good place to leave it. Thurgus Shrugged is written into the books. For those watching on YouTube, which is where this episode will appear, thanks for your support, and as always, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. Peace and have a good night.
Good one.